The Sound of Freedom, a Christian Review by Richard Henry. What is the biggest global money-making industry that surpasses the opioid and cocaine trade, illegal arms dealing, and adult pornography? Child sex trafficking. This, quote, industry is the number one fastest growing international crime network the world has ever seen, boasting $150 billion in revenue. This juggernaut of illegal activity involves a network of twisted adults and unwilling children that spans the globe. Sound of Freedom, a film starring Jim Caviezel, released this Independence Day, is a film that pushes the envelope hard in the right direction, shining much-needed light on a very uncomfortable topic for polite company. After spending some 5 years in post-production limbo at the hands of 20th Century Fox via Disney, Angel Studios took that ball and dashed with it all the way to the national theatrical end zone. Upon viewing this in the theater, what struck me right away was the production quality, which is truly amazing. Furthermore, the acting was superb. This intense thriller has been marketed as a conservative thriller by many in the alternative media, Ben Shapiro and Glenn Beck among others. You don't need to be a Republican to hate children being kidnapped and sex trafficked against their wills. The film is based on the true story of a federal agent, Tim Ballard, a husband and father of 6, who served as Homeland Security Special Agent in the border town of Calico. Summary. The film starts with Ballard and other agents busting a pedophile late in the evening hours as the mustache-sporting, bad haircut-wearing perp uploads files of children to his home computer. This scene is also from the theatrical trailer. Ballard, a seasoned veteran at this point, has seen it all, and it shows in his hardened face and steely blue eyes. After the arrest, his rookie partner is shaken to the core and seemingly questions everything good about the world. The young gun asks, quote, "How many pedophiles have you caught?" Ballard replies with, "Up to today, 288. His partner responds, "How many kids have you found?" Nothing but silence from Ballard. This is the beginning of an arc for Tim Ballard, played so brilliantly by Caviezel. The film follows Tim Ballard down to Colombia after he locates a 7-year-old boy named Miguel at the U.S.-Mexico border. Miguel was seen by the audience being abducted, along with his 10-year-old sister earlier in the film. It was a palpable moment when Ballard opened up the white van, following the arrest of yet another pedophile, and revealed 7-year-old Miguel. The emotional impact this scene put on me, as a father of 4 children under 13, was like a load of bricks crushing my chest. I can't say that I did not tear up when that little boy was rescued, but this was just the beginning of Special Agent Ballard. The redemptive moment only galvanizes Ballard, which opens his eyes to the greater problem of trafficking. Over a dinner of cheeseburgers and fries, Ballard finds out more information from young Miguel. He describes how his older sister, Rosita, was torn from his arms at the hands of traffickers a few moments earlier. She was still at large, trapped in the den of iniquity at the hands of pedophiles. Ballard received his marching orders, and it was not from Homeland Security. Ballard faces federal bureaucratic back-and-forth opposition from his boss, Agent Frost, played by the character actor Kurt Fuller. Ballard, after much deliberation, is able to convince Frost to let him go on his wild goose chase to locate young Rosita. Somehow, some way, he will find her in Central America and reunite her with her brother and father. As Ballard leaves his family and home in California to go undercover, he meets a few co-belligerents in Colombia working off the books to end sex trade. He embeds himself in this seedy underworld where many others are fighting tooth and claw by any means necessary to rescue children from the streets. Linking up with a man named Vampiro, Ballard encounters more than he expected as this action thrill ride kicks into high gear. In a gripping scene with Ballard, Vampiro asks him why he's doing what he's doing. Ballard replies, quote, "Because God's children are not for sale." This scene propels Ballard to forsake U.S. protocols, taking even more risks to save young Rosita and other children trapped in this heinous evil. You will have to see the film to see how it all unfolds. The message. The suspense is serious and the story significant enough to leave the viewer appalled at the depravity that often dances just under our noses. Even in the United States, hundreds of thousands of children are trafficked every year. This evil of sex trafficking is not just a Central or South American problem. It is a worldwide epidemic affecting countless Americans. Some may wonder, why is this the case? How can people be so bad? A quote from the movie summarized the sentiment well. Quote, "You can sell a bag of cocaine one time, but you can sell a child 5 to 10 times a day for 10 years. The film has Christian undertones, but it is not, quote, a Christian film. There's no talking veggies or campy acting or goofy characters in this flick. This is real. This is raw. This is a film that depicts the world that Christ cares about, the world that he is redeeming, a world where he calls men and women to fight and proclaim the truth. The message of the movie tastefully deals with the wickedness of child sex trafficking. The scenes are very well constructed, and the timing and pace of the film will leave you at the edge of your seat. Details. The film does not show any nudity at all. There are a couple of scenes of fully grown women in some revealing dresses, but that is the extent. No sex scenes at all, only mere hints. There is nothing even remotely close to child pornography. There are a few instances of some curse words spoken in anger by some of the characters. There are a handful of smoking scenes and automatic weapons being fired. There is little to no gore or blood. The film is rated PG-13. 2 verses came to mind when I watched. Proverbs 24:11 through 12. Rescue those who are being taken away to death. Hold back those who are stumbling to the slaughter. If you say, "Behold, we did not know this," does not he who weighs the heart perceive it? Does he who not keeps watch over your soul know it? And will he not repay man according to his work? And James 1:27. Religion that is pure and undefiled before God the Father is this: to visit orphan and widows in their affliction, and to keep oneself unstained from the world. I urge everyone to go see this film. At the very least, it'll shed light on a subject that few care to mention, let alone make movies about. This is one of those don't go there topics that both the Church of Christ and the culture in general don't want to touch. Forgo the bloated and woke Indiana Jones 5 or the silly Barbie movie and see this film. May we the people rise up to support the message of this film that seeks to expose the wretched works of stealing children from their homes and forcing them to do unspeakable acts by despicable adults. Join with me in praying to end child sex trafficking. To God be the glory.